Hi guys, I thought I would introduce myself so that you knew what I looked like and what I was like in person. And so here we are. Hi, welcome to my channel. And I wanted to talk a little bit about just my Kibbe body typing journey, how I came to this, and just talk a little bit about my experience with color analysis and Kibbe body typing. So I started off thinking that first of all, I'm a soft gamine, and my face is gamine, so I think it's an even mixture between yin and yang, but a mixture of opposites. But my body and my skeleton, etc., puts me into soft gamine category because, yeah, I have more softness in my body, but still a mixture of opposites. So I found that those clothing recommendations looked the best on me by far. And once you find your Kibbe body type, it's just like a different world of fashion. Like you really understand what you need to get, and it's so much easier to shop. It's so much easier to get dressed, and I'm still working on the look, so I'm gonna cut my hair soon. I like this high neckline. I've always known that high necklines look good on me, and I didn't really know why. Some other types that I was considering were theatrical romantic, soft natural, soft classic. I mean, I was really confused when I first started. So that's why I found that there wasn't a lot out there online about Kibbe body typing aside from Ali Art and Truth is Beauty. And I think there was another one, Tappa Talk or something. But I just basically read all of that stuff and I was like, I want more, and there is no more. So I decided to make this channel and talk about some things that I'm thinking other people are not talking about, such as the just the different stereotypes of the body types. So that is what really kept me from typing myself correctly, because I'm 5'7", and so being that tall and being a soft gamine is really just really not talked about, and nobody will really like acknowledge that that kind of a thing exists. So that's why I made my videos, just because of my personal experience and because of how those stereotypes were personally harmful to me, but to other people they might be really useful, and they might just make it super easy for them to type themselves because because they just fall into the stereotype, and I'm sure most people do. That's the thing. So but not everyone does. So if you're having trouble typing yourself, think about the stereotypes, and think about just sort of throwing those away and going through and seeing what your yin and yang balance is. So the way that I realized is the best way to type someone or to type yourself is to go through the quiz and to answer the questions, and then narrow it down to, let's say, if you're not sure of a couple of questions, change those answers to some other answers and see what you would get. So basically narrow down what your body type could be from the questions to 2 or 3 options, and then from there you can try on the clothing recommendations. So what happened with me was I was thinking that I was theatrical romantic because I was overlooking that my jaw is actually pretty small and soft, right? So, and a lot of other things I was also overlooking and sort of just answering them like really negligently, basically. And so what I would suggest is you narrow down a couple of options, and then from there you can try on the clothing recommendations. So whenever I tried on theatrical romantic clothing recommendations, I looked completely ridiculous and really, really awkward, like really awkward. So I knew that I was not theatrical romantic. And then when I even tried soft dramatic because I'm 5'7", so I was thinking like my flesh is more soft, and since I'm tall, maybe I have a yang skeleton. But my face is not a soft dramatic face. Now remember that soft dramatics are very specific types. Like they have a yang skeleton, and they have all yin facial flesh and all yin body flesh. So my bust line is quite small, my lips are quite small, so I don't have all yin flesh. So that didn't really work either. And I looked really, oh my God, I looked really weird in that too, you guys. Like, I looked pretty weird. But yeah, so the way that I got into, oh my God, you guys, I live in New York. I'm moving from New York City, okay? Like, I'm moving in 2 days and I'm over here making YouTube videos instead of packing. But yeah, I'm on street level and it's really loud, so I'm sorry. Okay, so what was I talking about? Well, oh yeah, how I got into color analysis. So I got into color analysis actually like 5 years ago or something, and I just accidentally watched some video on just the 4 season color palettes, and I just really understood it, and it made so much sense to me, because the problem with me is that I'm an olive skin tone, and people often think that olive skin tones are going to look amazing in peaches and in yellows, and they're like, oh, you have a golden skin tone, you need to wear yellow and peach and orange and you're going to look amazing, and everyone's like jealous of you because you're tan all the time. But in reality, like, you don't look good in orange at all if you are a winter, which is what I am. So I ended up wearing a lot of black, and I was just like, why can't I find any colors that look good on me? Because I never even considered that I would look good in grays or muted colors. I never considered it before color analysis. And as soon as I realized that, my like wardrobe took on a whole new life too, because whenever I would wear that like off-white color, that sort of gray-white color that winters should wear, it just looked really amazing on me. And whenever I wore any type of orange, any type of warm color, especially any type of warm, bright color, I looked horrible. And my under eye circles would come out. I would just look really bad. And so I just knew this about myself and just let it go. And I never really looked into it again. And then when I got interested in color analysis again, I found that like people online were talking about this 12-season color analysis, and I spent forever trying to find my season, thinking that like I was wrong. But at the same time, I kind of, every time I would look at a color palette, it would have like warm, bright colors on it, no matter what it was. And I knew that any warm, bright color looks horrible on me. Horrible. So I just realized that that whole system is total BS, basically. Like, there's no reason to tell you, like, the whole point of color analysis is to know which colors look best on you, not to like wear all the colors ever, right? Like, if somebody were to tell me you can wear all the colors ever, like, I already know that. That's not helpful to me. You know, that's not helpful at all. I don't need anyone's permission to wear like every color that I want ever. I want to know which color looks best, right? Yeah. Oh, and about the Kitchener style essences, right? So, adding on angelic and ingenue. I think that is really interesting, and I think it's a real thing. I don't think that I think Kibbe has a complete system in and of itself, right? Like, within the Kibbe system, you're going to find what works for you, and you're going to find the lines that work for you, and you're going to look a lot better than if you wear like random things, right? But I think that that angelic essence and the ingenue essence are a real thing, and they do exist, and I'm still making up my mind on how exactly they connect into Kibbe. But I am really interested in that as well. So there's not a lot of information online about that. There's Truth is Beauty, of course, and she's sort of the main person who writes about these essences, and she has her systems. But there's really not that much else. Not that much else. So yeah, I'm hoping to discuss that as well. So that's it, you guys. I introduced myself. Do you guys have any questions for me, or I don't know, whatever? As usual, let me know if you have any questions, video suggestions, etc. That would be great. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.